Hey, I'm Marshy. I work with a lot of founders around coaching and consulting, and I have ADHD. And I suspect a lot of founders have ADHD too. And so what I've done is put together a anti-distraction stack with a bit of technical lingo just to make both of our lives easier. And so the components in this anti-distraction stack are a tool called Beeper, something called Newsfeed Eradicator, another tool that I like called Typora, good old-fashioned Microsoft Outlook, and Monochrome Mode. And I'll explain what each of these are in the following slide. So Beeper, it's probably one of the newest tools in this list, and it was acquired by the makers of WordPress, Automatic. What it does is amalgamates and consolidates all your chat functionalities like WhatsApp, LinkedIn direct messages, SMS, Facebook Messenger, Google Chats, basically nearly all of them, and puts it all in one place. And so when I'm working in the office, what I'll do is put my phone to the side and turn off all my notifications. And then when I choose to check these messages, that's when I go there. And instead of opening up, say, 4 or 5 different apps, I can open up one app, which is called Beeper, and we're good to go. It's free at the moment. I don't know for how long, but it works about 85% of the time. I find the Messenger components a bit buggy in Instagram, but it's definitely better than some of the tools that used to exist for this. Second tool I wanted to share with you is called Newsfeed Eradicator. It's a Chrome extension. I don't actually use Chrome. I use Microsoft Edge. I'm one of those odd people. The extension works in there as well. And what I use this one for is basically to stop me endlessly scrolling. So it will block my LinkedIn feed, my Facebook feed, my Instagram feed, Reddit, and my YouTube feed. And because I work in marketing and growth, sometimes I do need to check these things, but I don't necessarily want to be endlessly scrolling or getting caught in a feed. What Newsfeed Eradicator does is let me stop those feeds showing. I can still access the platforms as I need to and get what I need. And if I do, for some reason, need to check the feed, it's got this really cool feature where you just click 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, and it's good to go. So highly recommend that one. The next tool on my list is a bit more basic and probably a bit fancy considering it's basic. So Typora is a no-frills markdown editor that is built for Mac only. What I really like about it, though, is that I can just craft whatever I need to do in plain text. It's saved in a folder. I can add basic things like hyperlinks or bolding or styling. And that's my first draft. And then I can copy it into my email. I can copy it into my newsletter. Whatever it is I need to do, I just copy it over. And I find this tool is really helpful for keeping me out of apps like Slack, like Gmail, even like LinkedIn, because then I can prep what I want to say in something that is non-distracting and then copy it over to those platforms when needed. And that's really, really helpful. Typora is actually paid. I just love how utilitarian and the functions and options it has. There are plenty of bare bones and open source markdown editors or no-frills text editors for both Mac and PC. That's just one I like, but I reckon it's a great way to go about it. And bonus tip, I save each week's worth of Typoras in a folder. I've done this for years. So then if I remember, a draft of something or I've lost something, I can just search for it in those folders and it's good to go. The next one, even though I use the Google Suite, is Outlook app. I hate in-browser notifications. I always turn them off, but sometimes I need to be alerted when a meeting is coming. And so what I do is simply put my Google Calendar into Outlook, it's signed in, and then the software pop-up comes up and I don't miss meetings. It's a foolproof system. Obviously, I get the notifications on my mobile phone as well. I just love the Outlook notification system, and so I use it, and without shame. The last tool I've got here on my mobile phone is actually Monochrome Mode. And so Monochrome Mode, or I think it's called Grayscale or something like that, it's available on both Android and iPhone. What you can do is basically just make your phone non-distracting. And so by putting it on Grayscale or Monochrome Mode, you instantly feel less compelled to check the new shiny thing. And what it also does is forces you to use the phone in a more utilitarian way instead of just for entertainment and watching videos or even gaming, which I was prone to doing. And so I think it's a really helpful tool for you. I tend to turn it on during work time, and then if I did want to use it for leisure time, I just toggle back the color mode as well. And if you are on Apple, the shortcuts function can be used to make that toggle easy. So just toggle color on, toggle color off. And I think that's a really effective tool. So like I said, I'm Marshy. I coach and consult with startups, got ADHD myself. I'm going to try and create more content this way on my YouTube channel, but everything leads back to my newsletter. So if you want more of this and want to be the first to know and receive exclusive offers, please visit lukemarshall.net/newsletter and do the needful.